everyone and welcome to my first vlog. I will take you behind the scenes of my everyday life as a small business owner, as a vintage online shop owner, and also as a working mom. I will show you how I handle things and what my days look like and my weeks look like, and yeah, just show you a little bit of behind the scenes and what's going on. And if you have any questions, just drop them in the comment fields. I'm happy to answer them all. And yeah, let's get right into it. I hope you will enjoy this one. Good morning, guys. I'm on my morning walk. It's around 7:30. Having my first coffee and I'm all by myself, which feels very weird, but the boys are still in bed cuddling, and so I decided to take some time for myself and go for a little walk and just enjoy the morning atmosphere out here at the lake a little bit before starting into my work day. So Dushko is looking after Leonie today and I can work the full day. I've decided to do a photo shooting today because I don't have any content for Depop anymore. So I'm just trying to get stuff done and shoot as many pieces as possible. The weather is supposed to be not too bad today. Let's see how this will turn out. Yeah, I'm just going to set up all the stuff afterwards. Before that I need to drop off the orders from the weekend at the post office. Maybe have some breakfast. Would be a good idea before shooting the whole day. I'm preparing the shooting setup for my Depop pieces right now, and these are all the knitwear pieces I'm going to shoot. Let's see if I manage all of those in the morning. Of course I will. Not sure how late it is right now. It's 10:20. I'm at my grandma's place today to shoot some new pieces because she has the most amazing sunlight in winter and autumn on her balcony, and we don't have any sunlight at all at home because we have a west-facing apartment. So I'm always bring my stuff here and shoot everything here in this location. I don't need much to do this, just some bed sheets, tape, my steamer, and tripod plus camera. That's it. And I will show you how and take a little bit behind the scene. Have a coffee break before I start shooting. It's anyway already later than 3 p.m. Sorry. and I think I will have sunlight until 4, so I won't manage that many pieces today, but let's see, maybe the sun is out tomorrow again and I find the time to shoot tomorrow again. Let's see. But I wanted to show you this incredible piece before I start shooting. How gorgeous is this handmade wool cardigan? Love, love, love. I love it so much. I think that's the most beautiful piece of cardigan I ever had in my collection. I bought it from a private seller from Austria, and I really had to convince her to send it to me. She just told me, I'm at home, you can pick it up, this is my phone number, and said, I'm from Bregenz, that's on the completely other side, I won't have time to pick it up, can you please send it, I will pay whatever it costs. And she sent it with the most expensive shipping possible. This cardigan already cost me more than 15 euros in shipping, but I think it's so worth it. It's so beautiful. It has this pompons all over, flower embroidery, all handmade, 100% wool. The blue is amazing and I love it, and I can't wait to shoot it in a second. So, self timer is up. Let's get started. I bought 3 white blouses this week from private sellers online, and I just got them all delivered. So let's see in which condition they are. I hope in a really good one, because they were quite expensive. And then I can immediately start shooting. Blouse number 1. Look at this beauty. XL color blouse. I actually can't remember the third one, so let's see what I bought. Happens then I forget it. So beautiful. Can't wait to shoot them. Hi guys! If you follow me on my Instagram, Katharina Vintage, you may have seen that I asked you to send over all of your questions that you want me to answer here, and also what kind of content you would like to see here on my YouTube channel. And I wrote it all down on my phone and I want to quickly go through it. I have received quite a few questions. Some of them are quite similar though. Questions such as, can you do our order packing video and show us how to pack orders? Yes, I can and I will. I just haven't filmed it yet because the light was too bad, and at the moment I only pack orders during the night because I don't have time before that. Because I think packing orders is something where you don't want to have breaks in between, you just want to get it done in one setting. and that's with my son at the moment not possible, so I do that when he's in bed around 10 p.m. or 12 p.m. And the quality of the videos wouldn't be that good if I would film that, but I will definitely try to get this stuff captured in a nice setting with some sunlight maybe if we have luck, but it's definitely on my to-do list. Then I received quite a few questions on how my vintage journey started, how it's going, and what kind of mistakes I made in the past, which I would have wished I didn't make. I think those questions need a longer answer, so I will do that in a separate video and answer them really in detail. So watch out for that. They will come very soon, I promise. And then I received questions like, are you from Austria? And is your clothes from Austria as well? Yes, I am from Austria. I'm from Bregenz, that's at the shore of Lake Constance. Super beautiful here, except for November, I would say, because it's super foggy like today. So I'm sitting in the bedroom in our bedroom today because there is no daylight in the other rooms at all, because it's so foggy and so rainy. So we have the best of both worlds, happy us. And I don't know if you can hear it, but my neighbors have a construction site going on apparently, so I hope that's not too loud, because I really want this Q&A done. Are my clothes as well from Austria? Yes, the majority is from Austria. If you have visited my webshop katharina-vintage.com before, you may have seen that I have many Austrian cotton blouses in there, and those are of course also from Austria. Many of them are also from my region here, because the area where I live and where I grew up is known as a textile hub. We have and used to have, or let's say we have a lot of textile companies here, and we used to have many more, and they produced really great quality pieces in the past and still do. The area here is especially known for its high quality fabrics, laces and embroideries. All the couture houses get their stuff from here. I've interned at quite a few places here in this area, and I know the client lists, so let me tell you, there are quite some good names on it. But I do also get vintage pieces from other countries. For example, I love to visit flea markets in Germany, because in our area here there are no flea markets at all. Maybe like one every 2 weeks, and then it's a super small one with super bad stuff. So I always go to Germany for flea markets. For me, the best ones are really in Munich. It's like a 2.5 hours drive from here, so it doesn't take that long to get there, and it's really worth it. And yes, sometimes I do order pieces from an Italian wholesaler, especially knitwear. I love the Italian knitwear pieces, so I have also pieces from Italy. And of course I also have as many Austrian cardigans as I can get my hands on, but those are really hard to find. But those are of course also from Austria. Then next question, how to date vintage? That's a really good one. I would say educate yourself. Get yourself a good book about it, or I'm pretty sure there are some YouTube videos on this topic as well, and just really learn the specific details of every decade. For example, the patterns you had in the 70s, the colors you used in the 60s, the fabrics and shoulder pads and buttons and golden details and stuff used in the 80s. I learned a lot about this stuff in a textile school I visited before I went to university, so I knew a lot of that stuff already. But still there is so much more to learn, because in school of course you never learn it as detailed as you will need it then in the future, or as I need it now. But I think you just need to educate yourself, and step by step you will get a better feelings for pieces and can say immediately with one look, okay, this piece is from the 60s or this piece is from the 70s. But I would really learn it just as every other topic you would learn in school or at university. Then what other questions do we have here? How can you tell it's a good quality piece? Another good question. For me, it's, what does good quality mean, first of all? Good quality means for me that it's a good fabric, good material. I love to sell natural fibers like cotton, silk, wool, all kinds of wool, also cashmere, mohair, angora. But I also wouldn't say no to a well-manufactured polyester or polyacryl piece. I also have polyester blouses in my collection because, as you maybe know, in the 70s, for example, many pieces have been produced from nylon or from polyester because it was really, really en vogue back then. So in the 70s, you really had a lot of synthetic fibers, but this doesn't mean for me that it's bad quality. Yes, I would prefer every piece to be a natural one, but if you have a super, super beautiful blouse with, I don't know, huge embroidery or like all kind of stuff going on, then I will not throw it away just because it's polyester. So number one, the quality. If you have, for example, an issue in recognizing if a sweater or knitwear piece is made from wool or if it's wool blend or if it's polyacryl, wash the piece and then hang it and then see how fast it dries, because wool needs a lot of time to dry. That's why many wool pieces smell like a wet dog. Also, if it's already dry, it can smell. And polyester doesn't smell at all, of course. And the water flows, I'm not sure. The water goes out super, super fast of polyacryl. You can really see it, how the piece dries. And it's normally dry within 2 to 3 hours. Compared to that, a wool sweater can take up to 2 or 3 days, depending where you hang it to dry. So that's for me always a good test to see if it's a wool blend fabric or if it's 100% wool. The second part to see if it's a good quality or not is always how it's been made. Because the more seams, the more expensive it was, and also what kind of seams have been used. Back then in the days there was no things such as overlock, cover lock, button machines to get the buttons on your pieces. It was all handmade or all made by one machine. And yes, the more seams, the more expensive, of course. For example, last year I found 3 old cotton blouses from a private seller here in Austria, and you could really tell from the stitches that it has been all handmade, because the stitches were not super, how do you call it, regular. They were all super different, the length was different, and it was not super straight, so you could tell it was really handmade. And just from the thickness of the cotton material, you could tell that it was a piece that was made around 1910, 1920. And it was so, so beautifully crafted, and I was so happy to have found these pieces, and I sold them immediately because they were so unbelievably beautiful. And those are really pieces where you can tell immediately that the quality is really good. And trust me, if you do this more often, if you go to the flea markets, if you compare certain products, you will be able to tell immediately if it's a vintage piece, if it's good quality, or if it's just a fast fashion piece. Also, if there is no tag anymore. Just go to flea markets, compare stuff, look at the seams, look at the fabrics, touch everything. That's super important to me, touch it. And then yes, you will be able to tell if it's good quality. By now I can say that I'm able to tell also from a distance of 10 meters at the flea markets if a stand has vintage pieces or not, and if the pieces are good quality or not. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at, but I can tell if people sell vintage clothes or if they don't. Fellow vintage sellers, let me know how this phenomenon is called. I know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you can tell if it's vintage or not just by walking by. But yes, trust me, you will be able to tell. All the other questions I think need some longer answers. That's why I will do a separate video for them, or will just include them in another video. And yeah, thank you all so much for sending over your questions. I hope you enjoyed this first vlog, and there are many more to come. I really liked filming this for you guys. I hope this construction site above me wasn't too loud. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in the next video. Bye!